Nematodes aren't going away, but the way you manage your turf can make all the difference between persistent damage and long-term resilience.
Once you recognise if you've got an infestation, it's about creating the optimum conditions for the turf in circumstances where you're managing a very short root system. In the case of, say, the sting nematode. So any practice that limits the stress on the turf. So don't let it dry out. Don't let the root zone dry out. So say frequent watering is something that'll maintain the quality of the turf. Don't let it get nutrient deficient.
Nematodes weaken turf by damaging roots, opening the door to disease. Add stress and you've got a triple hit to turf resilience.
So that's the reason why the turf just pulls out easily. It's just got no strength because you can just pull up the runners. Yeah, you can see signs of fungal activity rotting on the roots, and they're weakened from the nematode and then susceptible to disease. So you get this combination, fungus and nematode activity. Yeah. Another cultural practice that we've seen as very effective is adding organic matter to sand. Has a massive benefit for moisture retention, nutrient availability, and also just creating a less desirable root zone for the nematode and a better medium for the grass roots. Yeah.
But even with best practice, there are times when treatment is needed, and timing is critical.
Number one piece of advice is not wait until you see the symptoms. So often the nematode population is building up at a time of year where you don't see symptoms on the surface. You're not seeing stress during that cool and moist weather when the population's escalating. That to me would be the time of year in that late winter, early spring to try and reduce that population increase, just to reduce the pressure of feeding on the plant. That would be a very good time to do more of a preventative treatment rather than waiting until the onset of hot weather and you can see the symptoms in the turf and then the damage is already done.
The species may vary, but the strategy remains consistent across both warm and cool season turf.
The nematode effect on the grasses is pretty similar, so the treatment timings would also be fairly similar because both warm season, cool season grasses have the same issues that in spring a lot of warm season grasses are just recovering from winter, then cool season grasses are going into a stressful period. So I think the treatment approach should be similar.
It's not just what you apply, it's applying it where the plant parasitic nematodes feed.
It needs to get well down into the root zone because I've found that the nematodes inhabit the entire root zone of the plant. Drenching is really important so the nematicide don't get caught up in the surface organic matter. That makes it a challenge, and to keep it into perspective that any treatments that you do near the surface may temporarily sort of suppress populations, but they can come back and reinfest from underneath.
Looking ahead, climate and pressure are shifting, but what should turf managers prepare for?
Emerging challenges that I see related to climate change, reduced rainfall and less available water supply for irrigation, especially across the southern part of Australia where the nematode problems are worse. In terms of resistance, there's certainly been chemical resistance reported on nematodes in the United States. We haven't seen anything like that here yet where it's a true resistance, but I would just say that probably more of a challenge is getting the products to the target.
Management isn't just product, it's timing. Getting the nematicide to the depth where nematodes are feeding on the root system and turf recovery. The right strategy? It starts before symptoms show and it washes in deep.